s'ouvrir.
So I work for the French government in the task force called Etalab. Our task force develops data.gouv.fr, right? The French open data platform that was released back in 2011. And we supply data to innovators that's released by government and by the different departments. But it turns out we also need to build demand for data. If you want this data to be useful and to be widely reused, you need to engage with innovators. So we've brought together the entire innovation ecosystem in France, ranging from investors, from research institutions, education institutions, all the way to the larger French and international corporations, from Google to the French railway system, and media as well, to help us highlight startups that do wonderful things with the data we release. So this initiative is called Data Connections, and the goal is to connect data-driven innovators to the resources they need in order to further their development. So right after we launched data.gouv.fr, the project got a lot of interest. So the whole question was, how do we make sure that the work we've done, building this platform, gathering the government's data sets, making it open, publicly available, actually leads to changes in people's lives? So in order for that to happen, we needed it to encourage the development of services, applications, and the entire idea behind data connections is, as the government, we're in a very privileged position to connect all these actors, to really become a platform of sorts, where we bring in those young up-and-coming developers, we bring the designers, we bring in those innovators together, and we make them more well-known to the general public, and we try to bring those connections together. So far we've had 3 rounds of this startup challenge. One of them that I really like is called Tranquillien, and it's a mobile application that has been built by a big data startup in France in partnership with the National Railway Company. So what they do is they've developed this incredible mathematical model where, based on all sorts of different data sets and sources, they can tell how packed a specific train line will be at any time of the day, all throughout the Bordeaux-Paris region, right? And not only this, but they can also adapt their data and their predictions to changes they see on the ground, thanks to a crowdsourcing model where all the users of the app that's now actually being pushed in railway stations through a whole advertisement campaign can feed back data into the system. And what we're hoping is that this kind of examples where science, technology, design, but also partnerships with the public sector come together will generate a whole new wave of innovation in France. To bring this sort of initiatives forward, there are many dimensions in which we can make a bigger impact on people's lives by partnering with innovators. The first obvious thing is we need to release more data, but so far we still are falling short in terms of having access to the best quality real-time data about the larger systems of our environment, and there needs to be an even stronger partnership between government and innovators, and that's what we want to work on. The other thing is, of course, we now want to partner with all the major cities throughout France, beyond Paris and beyond the usual communities we've been able to bring together at our meetups, at our events, so that local innovation also gets recognized by this sort by this contest. And the third point, and that's something we're very happy about, is for the first time open to projects worldwide, as long as the product is available in French. So it's a way to encourage innovation wherever it happens in the world, as long as it is data-driven and as long as it's useful for the French-speaking audiences that we try to empower through open data and the power of open. To a very large extent, the world is becoming more open because of all the changes we're witnessing. And the question from a government standpoint is, do you want to fight it or do you want to go along? Do you want to actually harness those forces and this tremendous power to the benefit of your citizens? And I think that's what we owe to our citizens, that's what we owe to the different stakeholders, and that's what open government is about, making sure you reinvent government in the age of openness.